Is it called peanut butter patty? Okay. Yeah, so the chickpea salad is a Rachel Ray recipe. See if I can find it again. I really like it in the summer, so I always. Here we go. It doesn't seem like I read this recipe and I literally, yeah, exactly. Chocolate and peanut butter. I like Reese's. I like Reese's Pieces and I like Reese's peanut butter cups, but anything else, I just I don't like peanut butter in my ice cream. That's like my pet peeve is when a perfectly good pint of ice cream has peanut butter in it. I'm just like, don't do that. Meanwhile, I'm just over here like if you give me like a chicken satay, like the skewers with like a peanut sauce, I will like oof. Is there a tutorial from Twitch explaining why a green gift box shows up? So that gives you like some bonus points, I guess, like the channel points. There's the stitches at the bottom. You don't get Twitch points. Huh. That's what it means for me. Maybe someone who knows better can post. Here's the recipe for. Yeah, it's like a reward for actively watching. Gotcha. Thank you, Vivian. That's helpful. I'm the noob here. I was watching. I literally I had a Twitch account so I could watch like some of my Fiber Arts friends stream. And then like I stopped they stopped streaming for a while and I stopped being online and then my sister started streaming and like she's the reason I'm here. Yeah. That's literally I'm most of my Twitch knowledge just comes from like watching. Hi all crafty. Welcome to the stream. I'm working on these socks again. I'm almost halfway down the leg. Ooh, hey, thanks for the contribution. Have to add that in there. And yeah, that recipe is super good. You want to like chickpeas but need to be an adultier adult first. So I'm going to recommend if you don't like chickpeas, and maybe this is like too much trouble. I totally understand if it is. But I'm going to recommend finding some dry chickpeas from a Mediterranean store. Yay, hydrate. I have to go get myself coffee. I'm sorry. I don't have water here. I'm just like, I should really, yeah. I'm over here. I'm just gonna grab myself some coffee. Normally, when I have my way, I just put the carafe. Just wearing like a full on. Yeah. It's Sunday. Um, gosh. Yeah, we planted mint last year, so I'm very, very excited to use it this year. I have to add you. Oh. There we go. They're very powerful. And I have some really good ones too. I have one of the favorites, and Trout's not down here right now, so it's not as powerful. But I have Trout likes banana, and there was a recent Eurovision song that came out that was called "Give That Wolf a Banana," and so now I have a redeem that if you redeem that one, Trout gets a treat. It's just giving my dog a treat. But yeah, so with chickpeas, what the best chickpeas that I've had, I know canned chickpeas, like sometimes they taste kind of funny, um, and if they're canned, but what I found is if you go to like a Southwest Asian or a Middle Eastern grocery store, like we have one that's I think Pakistani near us, and you get the dried chickpeas that they carry and then you make them. It's a completely different experience than getting like canned chickpeas from a grocery store. That's my I'm obsessed with chickpeas though. Like I love chickpeas, so I yeah. So I have strong opinions on which ones are the best. Um well, and beans especially, like canned beans kind of take on that metal scent a little bit, I think. Um the the recipe that I posted, the Rachel Ray one, that is I it doesn't look like it should work to me when I first saw it. I was like, there's no way. I actually initially made it because I was like, that's too many strong flavors. It probably tastes nauseous. Um, I got the recipe in a when I lived in Iowa, there's this thing that they do with their like Department of Health or whatever that's called Live Healthy Iowa. And beans, peas, and peaches are the worst canned food. I'm trying to think if I have anything worse than that. Most beans like I don't bother me too much. I feel like green beans definitely. But yeah. Um when I lived in Iowa, they did that challenge and like part of it was if you signed up for it, like if you signed up for like, doing fitness stuff in the summer, they would basically like sign you up for a magazine of your choice, like a health magazine. They would have a whole canned peas, unsalted peas from kids' school lunches. Oh my god, that does sound wow. Yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. Um, yeah, I cannot. I don't. I don't think I could eat that. It sounds kind of mushy. Ooh. Could definitely see canned peas being ugh. Um, I just frozen's not that much more expensive. Frozen peas are good. I put them. I have a recipe from Budget Bites called curry beef with peas that I eat a lot. It's very good. I like them without. I like them without the pod, but that's me. Um, So one year I got like the Rachel Ray cooking magazine for this Live Healthy Iowa thing, and they just basically sign you up for a free year of magazines, and they get I that recipe was in there, and I was reading it, and I was like, there is just no way that works because it has like red onion, tuna, mint. Depends on the variety of pea. That's fair. I guess I'm not as well versed in peas as I am in chickpeas. I don't think chickpeas are technically a pea, are they? They're like a legume, right? Are peas legumes? Now I'm questioning everything. Yeah, snap peas or like the really snap peas are like the fresh ones, right? Those are really good. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, canned food definitely has its uses. I've been really during the pandemic we really leaned on our like dry beans a lot because we were home, so like no problems boiling like having time to boil beans. I love snap peas. I feel like I have a childhood memory where my grandparents, like their neighbors, had like a garden and did like snap peas, and they would come over with like a bag of peas, and I would eat them, and I feel like I feel like that's a core memory. Like, just dry beans and home canned them. Okay, I that seems like a lot of. I have not gotten into canning yet. I'll put it that way. I feel like I know, like intellectually, I know how it works. It's terrifying to me. I'm one of those people that like I don't want to. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. If you're doing the like jars. Well, they have the metal lid, but that's a whole different. That's not as much. At least home canning supplies that I know of have that. Almost done with the second repeat. I feel like with these socks I'm supposed to have four, I think four leg repeats, and then the minimums is 9 overall, which I think maths out properly. Beans do need a pressure canner. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and with I think the reason I haven't gotten a jam making is because I don't own gelatin, and I feel like if I just went out and bought a bag of like gelatin, it would be a whole different thing. Cuz we have a we have like a sous vide too, which I don't and a pressure cooker. I don't, yeah, and I don't have strawberries. My raspberries like I tend to leave out for the birds. I do have like mint, like a lot of mint, and I do have next year I'll have rhubarb. Hey knitter girl. Oh, it's pectin, not gelatin. I feel like I just saw this video on I follow this person on Facebook. This page is called Emmy Made, and I just her taste tests and like the things that she cooks. It just makes me very happy. Um, and she recently put a video out where she made a raindrop cake, where you basically take like some water and some like sugar and agar, which is like a plant based like gelatin y thing, and she made it and it's a cake and it looks like a raindrop. Like it looks like a raindrop. I don't know how else to describe it. It's in the name. But it was so cool and very neat. I guess they were popular in Japan a few years ago or something. Maybe they still are. Oh, I hope you stay safe, knitter girl, with the severe thunderstorm watch. Okay, it makes jam with barely any sugar. Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to look at that. Cause I have so one time we got oh I can't remember what we got. I feel like it was a lot of rhubarb and some other things like strawberries, rhubarb and strawberries. And I was thinking about jam, but like jam is intense of a process. It's not like super hard, but it's definitely like a process. And what we decided to do instead was make like what's called drinking vinegar. So it's kind of like the predecessor um, to soda, actually. Um, and so let's see if I can find anything about it. So, like, if you search drinking vinegar, the Google will just come up as, oh, it's a shrub. Shrub is what it's called. So shrub is also like the bush. It's spelled like the bush. Um, and it's also called drinking vinegar, and it was like a predecessor to soda. Like that's kind of like what soda was trying to replicate. And it sounds like it would be really gross, but it's actually really good. So it's what it basically is you soak you basically cover the fruit or whatever you're doing this with in sugar to kind of draw out like the juice and the flavor, and you just like you just coat it in sugar and put it in the fridge, and you wait, and then when it's like there's a word for it, but I can't remember the word. But when all of the like liquid from the plants has like come out and into the sugar, like infused with the sugar, Then you remove the fruit and you add vinegar to the substance. Oh, thank you, and have a good time with your Father's Day celebrations. I'm just gonna keep knitting the socks. But yeah, so I guess with the drinking vinegar, you can do a bunch of things with it, or the shrub. You could do a bunch of things with it. I think you can mix it with, like a carbonated beverage or something else. And it's super tasty. I think I mixed mine with like lemonade or something. I drank it so much it gave me like a huge stomach ache because it's basically just vinegar. But it doesn't taste like vinegar. It tastes kind of like soda. Like it's basically syrup that you end up adding to things. But anyway, it was really tasty. Kind of old-timey. We made some of it and we took it to a friend's like birthday party, and it was a huge hit. So that was nice. I'm hoping. I think this year we're not going to harvest the rhubarb because it's the first full year of rhubarb. But in future years, I think we'll end up harvesting the rhubarb. Oh yeah, I will do that. Enjoy your day, Vivian. I hope it's good news. Vivian's my sister. And I feel like if anybody feels like giving her a follow, she plays video games mostly, and draws art, and she kind of got me into being on Twitch again, so she inspired me to start streaming. So yeah, she's a good follow. Yeah, I think I have shout out set up. I should really change that, but I have it set up where we type out the word shout out. See if that works. There we go.
Do you want a salad?
I'm knitting, so
Okay.
probably not right now.
That is okay.
Thank you, though.
Fine, go out, but I'm not letting you back in.
Sounds like my dog wants to go out and enjoy the weather. Trout often like paws at the door, like he basically knocks. Oh, hi, Vixie. Thank you. Oh no, you're totally fine. I just I think most other streamers have it just set up for SO, and I really should change mine, but I have not done that. There's a lot of things we can do with like the stream elements that I just really haven't. I think I set it up mostly just so I could do a couple of quick things, and I have not been not been good at keeping it I haven't. Let me put it this way, I have not fully utilized its features at this point, so that's something I will probably take advantage of in the future. I am knitting the Supersock World Cup Warmup. This is Crystal Street. It was designed by Zemi of Sock Madness fame. And I'm trying to clear off my needles so that I can knit the lap 1 of Supersock World Cup, because that pattern came out and I have not I haven't started it yet. So it's, I think the one it is for the one that it is for Supersock is, it's the like Molly, I think was the specification. What am I even doing here? Oh, I'm pulling the wrong needle. As you can see, I am not very used to. I'm not usually a 2 at a time knitter. So I'm kind of trying to wrangle my needles, I guess. I really, in retrospect, I really should have set up a counting thread. I might have to add one later. I am on the 12th row. Of the pattern repeat. There's 12 row repeats and we're supposed to do 4 of them, so I'm like almost halfway down the leg, which is kind of funny. How slow 2 at a time takes me so much longer. What are you crunching on, spouse? What are you crunching?
May I made some croutons.
Oh, you made croutons. Yum.
Does it show up on your stream?
I don't think so. Do I knit off stream too? So I do. I have not knit off stream on this pattern yet. I've only knit this on stream. I have a tendency to, like, there's some patterns that I'll knit like 100% straight through on this stream. Right now, most of what I've been doing off stream has been my test knit that I'm working on, because that has a deadline and it's also like a little bit more mindless in terms of it's a lot of stockinette, so I think it's maybe a little bit less exciting and a little bit easier for me to do while watching TV. In terms of the lap 1 pattern, I think I'm going to knit the low octane one because I like how it looks. I have a lot of variegated yarn that I think the high octane pattern really needs like a more solid color. I don't have like a lot of solid sock yarn that I can just, use for things anymore. I tend to go through solid sock yarn really quickly. So I have a slightly variegated yarn that I think I think I'm going to knit the low octane pattern. I also like the idea of adding beads to it. But I also might keep an eye on, I mean, the high octane pattern looks really good too. So I might just keep an eye on it and we'll see where I'm at when when I finish these socks. I feel like I would like to add a counting thread, but I've just been adding these. Oh, hopefully I didn't bump that. Okay, it looks good. I've just been adding these little locking stitch markers. Excuse me. Oh. Just been adding these little locking stitch markers to the 12th row so that I know how many repeats I've done. This would be easier if I actually knit that stitch first, I think. Nice. I'm glad you're knitting. Make sure I have the right needle end here. Okay. All right, back to row 1. My spouse has a salad. Hi, Trout. What you doing? Were you outside in the sun? Sun's out, tongue's out.
We came in so he could beg for a treat. I gave him a carrot, and then he started booping the door again so we could go outside. So he was playing that game.
Gotcha. Oh, somebody's giving Trout a banana.
What did it say?
Hi, Trout. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted? You see me all set up and ready?
I think it is.
Give him a banana.
I was just gonna come down here and be like, I think he's mad no one gave him a banana yet.
He's figured out. He's figured it out.
Yeah.
He's gamed the system.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you. That's awesome. Where you go, Trout? You're just... His butt is like right here. The bottom. He's like right behind me. Just sitting right there. You have to be cute for the camera. Oh, yeah, stretch. Thank you. I needed that. I've been sleeping a lot because I've been trying to recover. He is a cutie. When I sleep so much, my back starts to not feel great. So the stretching is very helpful for me. What are you doing, Trout? He's just laying on the floor right out of view. It's almost like he knows that he's on camera or knows that he's not. I don't know. He probably doesn't, but like sometimes it feels like he does. Where you going, Trout? Oh, I think he maybe is going in. My spouse is there yet?
He is.
It's begging for treats. Yeah, exactly. That's not the way to get. That's not how you get more bananas. So funny.
He thinks that maybe he can just be so annoying.
It's so funny. He didn't. What are you doing? He's just gonna stand there. He might be warm. It seems like he's warm.
I mean, it's just outside in the sun. There's not really much we can do about that.
Yeah. Hi. He probably has water and stuff upstairs.
Yep.
Eye crunchies. He's cute. Mandatory scritch breaks. Oh, nice. Clay runes. That sounds awesome.
Good job.
Just like putting the entire needles and everything on the desk to rearrange them. There we go. I feel like I'm getting into a groove with this pattern again, which is nice. Our vegetable CSA started up a couple weeks ago. It's community supported agriculture is what the CSA stands for. It's a like weekly. Basically, we pay up front a certain amount to our local farmer, and then every week they give us a portion of their produce. So that's really nice. We have a lot of fresh vegetables now. The original mystery subscription box, kind of, yeah, like it's kind of like that. They do kind of publish, past years, what each box contained, and they try to give you an idea, like, how much and of what and when. But it is seasonal, so we do have like some idea what we're gonna get each week. But yeah, it's really nice. This time of year we have a lot of like lettuce, so we're eating some salads, and I think we also have they tend to trade goods with like other local farmers, so we have some like maple syrup from, like, I think the winter, from another farm, and they include that in our box, because right now it's the beginning of the season, so it's a little less produce. We end up with a lot of like fresh herbs. Sometimes this time of year they'll also send us a plant, like a nasturtium, I think is how you pronounce that. The flowers of the nasturtium plant are edible, so it's like a decorative addition to a salad. Looks like I'm on row 2. I started marking my progress. I'm not sure. I really like these progress keepers, but I'm not sure if they'll just add more dangling, tangling things to the process. So I might try to grab a counting thread at some point, like we did in Sock Madness. I have to mark them when I submit my finished socks. It looks like the requirement is 9 total repeats, and the pattern calls for 4 on the leg, so I think that that's probably designed for a, you know, normal size sock. And I am knitting these for my dad, so I might end up having more than 9 repeats. this needle through. Just wrangling needles. How did that happen? I was like, oh, I don't have enough stitches, and then I realized I do, but they're, I don't know, they didn't all come up onto the needle. Some of them were still on the cable. Alright. Okay, that is enough. Good. Check real quick. Yeah, because I think the pattern specifies 4 repeats on the leg, but the minimum is just 9 overall. It doesn't matter, I guess, where we place the heel. I was just checking into that for Supersock World Cup. And make sure I'm not tangling anything. Yeah, so it looks like my dad's a 10.5-inch foot length, and it looks like each of these repeats adds about an inch. I would imagine that the 9 repeats would yield like a standard, like a size 6 sock, or like a women's size 6 or a women's size 7. Used to be that the sock madness minimums were like 9 inches. Just thinking maybe I will do Chet's kicking his head like he's scritching he's itching himself, and his other leg was like moving, so it was like scraping the bottom of the stairs. It's funny. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking if I want to stop the leg at 3 repeats rather than 4. If I have enough, guessing I have enough foot to do the full, like to do 6 on the foot. Realistically, I definitely have enough yarn. To do 4 on the leg. Just reading the thread about the requirements. actually ask. I'm not done with the third leg repeat yet. Might ask about. I feel like maybe I should know. Let's see. I should know my gauge by now. I should be able to do the math on that. The toe is probably going to be about 2 inches, it looks like. Yeah, and then if I did 5, I think each of these is about 1 inch. So if I did 5, that's 7, and then, okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm just thinking about, like, let's see. Yeah, I'll probably have to do, let's see what it says. Gusset decreases, ending with round 6 around 12. Yep, 2 inches from the end of the toe, so I think that's probably going to be, I don't know. Seems like it's maybe more than, yeah, I think I could probably get away with 3 on the leg if I like the look of that. Alright. I think I'm going to take a quick break, refill my beverage and all that good stuff. So I'll go ahead and put my Be Right Back screen up, and then I will return. have returned. Oof. I've been trying to keep the amount of congestion that I'm experiencing low, and it comes and it goes. Okay. Figure out where I am in this pattern. Ooh. Somebody I know posted a free ebook. Let me just make sure it works. It's an ebook from Universal Yarn. It's a copy of there's a, let's see, it's a pattern book, an ebook. It's available on Ravelry. It looks like it's 7 patterns. And it's free with code DAD, so I'm gonna I just got that. There's some really cool patterns in there. Looks like there's a hat and cowl set, a couple of sweaters, and actually quite a few sweaters, and a scarf. 5 sweater patterns in that book. Dang. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, I gotta tell everybody. There were a couple in there that I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely see myself knitting those. Some really neat options. I really like Kerf. It's like a cable-y sweater. Switchback looks exactly like, one of the patterns in there looks exactly like a sweater I bought from Maurice's in like 2013. I wore the elbows out on that pattern, so it's, or on that sweater that I bought, so it's not, but it was one of my favorites and I wore it a lot. Very cool. Round 4. I think I'll see how I like the leg length after 3 leg repeats instead of 4, just to see. If I like it, I might just use 3. Yay! Thanks for the contribution. We're getting so close to another drawing. So exciting. I have a spreadsheet and everything. Did we just make it? Oh my god, we did. That's awesome. Okay, let me update the spreadsheet. We have yay. Where am I? Where am I in the spreadsheet? I don't have it. It would probably help me if I had like alphabetized this. But I did not do that, and now I have to hunt for people's names. Make sure I've got. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to update the spreadsheet. I know I have. Oh gosh. The nice thing I figured out is that I can Control F and figure out how many entries everybody has. It didn't show yours on screen, but I think I saw it. Let me. Yeah, I know it popped up earlier. If I thanked you, then we, we have it. If I didn't thank you, then feel free to tell me like what you contributed. If it shows you like the total amount you've contributed or something on your end. Let me just make sure. Okay. It did the first time, but not the second time. Yeah, let me know if you... if you contributed a second time and you and you had a separate amount, let me know and I'll add it to the spreadsheet, because it's been really inconsistent. Okay, it's a total of 2,000 today. Let me update that. Thank you. That's helpful. Yeah, sometimes it's inconsistent about telling me. Like, it'll tell me one time, but not the second time. So I haven't figured out. I mentioned a couple times. If you donate and it doesn't like show up on the screen, or if I don't thank you, like make sure I get it, because like I want to make sure everybody has their entries. Perfect. That's 2 more entries for you. Okay, I think that should be good. So I'm going from 65 to... Okay, 8 more. I have been kind of keeping track of who I need to update, so that should go faster than last time. Oh wow, lightning and thundering. I know you were under a thunderstorm watch. I hope you're staying safe. Oh, good. I'm glad you're inside. Um, huh. Interesting. Oh, that's why. I only have a handful of people to update on the spreadsheet. I know people have been, while I've been knitting, people have been getting more entries. So I want to make sure I have everybody's in there before. Some people have been getting a lot of entries. Oh, that's why. Alright, so while I'm updating this, if anyone has any channel points they want to throw in, or if they have questions about where they are in terms of how many entries they have, or how to get entries, or how far away you are from your next entry, because one of the ways I have set up for entries is for every 1,000 channel points you use, and if you have, you know, only a handful of channel points, and you want to know if you're close, I can definitely tell you that. But yeah, I've been keeping track of all the redeems. So I've been keeping track of all the redeems to make sure that I'm, how close are you to your next entry? It looks like 800 channel points away. I'm actually just adding yours right now. And if anyone needs me to start the next challenge so that they can dump channel points in it, let me know. I can do that too. That's in the back end. Excellent. think I just have 2 more people to add, and then we can draw. Format painter. Okay. That's it's Trout again making noises. Okay. All right. Continue with the painting of formats. That's worked really well for me. Great. Okay. I have been setting up methods of doing this that are working pretty well. Okay, so gonna go ahead and set up the random number generator. This is, I would say, last call for additional entries. I'll go ahead and put the details in the chat real quick. And gonna go ahead and grab a random number generator from Google because that's the one I've been using. How close are you to the next entry? Let me pull that up. You are 550 channel points away. And while I'm giving a few more moments for the last call drum roll moments, I'll go ahead and go to my dashboard and add and start the next challenge. So what I've been doing for community challenges for the giveaway is I wanted to do more than one. Giveaway, more than one prize, and I figured that doing this there we go. So I figured that doing it this way would give people a chance to dump their channel points, and would also govern the timing. So if people, are bored of the giveaways or don't care about the prizes, then we won't get to the, the drawing, obviously. But this gives people some agency over whether they want it or not. So I am adding community challenges based on, I'm just increasing the goal each time, and then if we hit it, then I'll just start another one with more points. Yay! Thanks for the contribution. Okay, it looks like we have 500 raised. Allcrafty, was that you or was that someone else? Because I see Maeve Bronwyn contributed 250. And it looks like we've raised 500. So someone else contributed 250. It wasn't you. So the question is, who is it? I wonder. Okay. I'll give a moment in case someone wants to tell me who just contributed 250. I see Maeve Brownwin did, but I see there's 500, so I don't wanna miss somebody. Let me just look real quick to see if anybody's within 250 of the next. Because, like, if everybody's more than 250 away. Oh, you hit it twice. Okay, good. That's good to know. Okay. I wanted to make sure you got your points. I think that should give. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, if you mostly give your channel points a try, that's a good one because it gets you, like, you've done that a couple times and it gets you quite a few entries. I have it scaled so that I'm trying to keep the number of entries in the sanity range. I think right now we've got 218 or something total right now. Okay, I think that's enough time for a last call. I'm gonna go ahead and say 218 is the max. I'm gonna go ahead and share my desktop so people can see. Okay, cool. So I've got this random number generator up. I've got all my entries are over here on the left. I've got like a whole list of them. So I'll go ahead and hit the random number generator. He is a glove pup, and he does need treats. He appreciates them. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and hit generate, and then we'll have our number. So I guess little drum roll noises. 137. Who is that? That's Sinister of Hand again. It came up 137 last time. That's weird. Does it just always do 137? What the heck? Well, let's redraw, and I think I have enough yarn. If Sinister of Hand wants a second pair of socks or something, that's fine. But I want another prize winner. Okay, 173. Who's that? Twist My Insides. All right, I'm gonna print screen. Okay, I'm gonna say. There we go. All right. Well, I will contact Twist My Insides and see if we can get a prize selection out. If they don't respond right away, well, not right away, but I'll give some time. I'll draw again, and obviously we have our third giveaway started. Let me go ahead and make sure I have a recollection. And I don't know if Sinister of Hand is online right now, but if you are, let me know if you want like a second pair of socks or something. Because I want more than one prize winner, but your number came up again, so it must be your lucky number. That's so funny. Okay, so we have I kind of drew two instead of just drawing the one. I just like knitting for other people is what it boils down to. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Back to the way my setup is. Yay. Actually see if I can whisper twist my insides, because I don't. No results. There we go. Okay. I sent them a it does. 173 and well, yeah, so I think the first one was 137, the second one was 137, the third one was 173. That's so weird. I'm just using Google's number generator. Please let me know if that's been criticized, and I will if somebody has if somebody's done an analysis of it and found it's not random. But yeah, you're spot on. Those are the numbers, I guess. Very weird. Maybe the timing is just working. Most number generators are actually function based on your system clock. They like. I looked into this once because I was curious. Most random number generators function based off of they look at your like the exact time of your system clock, which is down to like the microsecond. So it's really hard to, even when you hit the generate button, it's hard to you can't control it, even though it's dependent on when you're pushing the button, because it's like down to the microsecond or something. At least that's how most of them work. There's other ones now that someone put I think for encryption they put cameras in front of a wall of lava lamps, because fluid dynamics is so the science that determines the way the bubbles go in the lava lamps, that we don't have the math to describe that. We can't solve the equations that determine fluid dynamics. We have to iteratively, we really have to, with fluid dynamics, simplify it a whole lot, and then iteratively come to a solution. We can't just solve the equation, because the equation just, we don't have the method for it. There's a huge prize out there for mathematics, that if you find a solution to that type of equation, then you win, I guess. You win math. But yeah, I'm kind of a huge nerd, so that's so that goes. Yay. But yeah, my plan for these giveaways is just to keep putting the community challenge out with an increasingly larger target each time, until we just can't do it. I have it set up for 30 days. Until we can't do it, or until I hit another milestone, and then I'll just start another community challenge. Just keep doing it. I think that the way this is pacing out is working pretty well. It seems like we drew a little over a week ago for the first drawing, and I think that should work well. So I'm on row 4 of the third leg repeat. What does this translate to in terms of, okay, there we go. Some of the, I think, I want to say, yeah, so it's every other row. It doesn't feel like every other row, but it's every other row that, there's two different basically types of rows and they're just offset. Just very cool. One has like you just knit three, purl two, knit three, purl two kind of sequence, and the other one has knit three, purl one, knit two, purl one, knit two, purl one as a sequence. So if I'm paying attention, it makes perfect sense and is easy to pick up on. If I'm not paying attention or if my brain's not all there, it's yeah. I will forget where I am. How do I? There we go. Trying to make sure my my yarn doesn't permanently tangle. Do I have like a little thing of waste yarn somewhere? I think I do somewhere. I want to. I think I want to. I love these placeholders, but eventually I'm gonna. I only have a handful of them, and I'm gonna need more eventually. So probably want to switch to a counting thread at some point. Oh, it's funny. What's funny?
One of the people were bringing up the bot issues for Lost Ark in the forums, and it got to the point where forum moderators were just like deleting the posts because Smilegate just deletes negative posts in their forums for a while. Anyways, they've stopped doing that because then everyone just started posting about how all they do is delete posts, and then they just started getting meme bombed because it got picked up on Reddit, and then the Reddit our Lost Ark, basically, you know how they have those great memes because it's Reddit.
Yeah. Yes.
They just started churning out memes, and then people just started posting them and links to them on the Lost Ark forums. So they finally got the point, and they actually had one of their lead devs and like mod devs, basically.
Okay.
The person who's taking the point on talking about how they're trying to do things to like get rid of bots and make the player experience and stuff better. And people started grilling him, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, there's not really much we can do." And they're like, "Well, what about the fact that you do stuff in Korea and you didn't do stuff in Japan, and then it literally died, and you have to resurrect with a full server wipe starting next week? What about Europe, where half the servers are dead because of bots, and the other half aren't because you put bot protections into place?" And the guy was just like, "Yeah, we could be more heavy-handed like we are other places." And I quote, "A kingdom ruled by fear is not a kingdom worth ruling at all."
What? Oh my god. What? That's... I mean, that's applicable to some things.
Not to video games.
Well, I feel like maybe it's applicable to video games when you're not dealing with bots.
So people actually started because all the files are hosted locally, and that's one of the reasons that bots are able to do what they do.
Yeah.
So people were like, "Fine, and they're not going to do anything about bots. I'm going to start building bots whose entire job is skimming." So they've been actually stealing the information from Smilegate that Smilegate refuses to release, like on RNG percentages,
yeah,
honing, like the actual percentages that they show you for like honing and faceting and whatever.
Yeah, and right? Publishing that.
Yeah, people have been straight stealing it, and those people have gotten the boot. Funny enough.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Funny how they can.
Yeah, but
they can.
There's always more of us than there are of them, right? So. So effectively,
it's such a trash game.
It's such a like now I'm kind of just
glad
playing
it's
it
free.
for the garbage. Yeah,
I'm
no,
glad
if
it's
it wasn't
free,
there's no. I
like
would never.
Yeah, like I'm not paying anything for it, but it's
No,
it's funny, like.
It's funny. It's several gigs, and that's actually starting to like feel like a cost.
Yeah.
So
The price we pay for
the price we pay is the storage that I have literally thousands of, just like that I do nothing with, and I'm still like, maybe it'd be better just not to.
I'm not sure I like the impact on my video card that the game has.
Oh no!
I feel like they're mining Bitcoin on my video.
I definitely think
on my video card while I play the game. That's what it feels like.
Amazon Gaming is mining tons of data.
The graphics aren't good enough for how slow that game runs.
And they're definitely forking, like the data that Amazon takes from its gaming services definitely has been forked into cryptocurrency before. But so people were like,
at minimum, they're data mining.
Yeah.
If they're not like actively mining for Bitcoin, they're at least data mining.
It's part of their anti-cheat software. It actually expressly says in the EULA that they're allowed to do it too. But
so ridiculous.
And right.
Anyway.
But yeah, so people have been like, well, they're not going to do anything. We're just going to write our own scripts, and we're going to actually see what's going on here. So for player data,
yeah,
they found that, let me find it. It's in a meme form, but
of course
I found the actual information. 70% of the daily player base are bots.
That does not surprise me at all, because
No.
I kept having to like clear out my old block list. Like it lets you block like 100 people or something, and I kept like having to clear out my old block list.
I ran out
every
out in one day.
It's literally like every couple weeks I had to do it when I was.
I just blocked everyone I saw. So I was starting, you start seeing those farm bots that are running around. So I just control right click block, like report and block.
Yeah.
I just spent like 3 hours doing that a couple weeks ago, and I filled my 100 from 0.
Dang.
In 3 hours. I just keep playing for the trash fire at this point, to be honest.
As someone who has actually like knows how to code, right. I feel like it would be so easy to come up with something.
They don't care because they're making tons of money. They
Trout.
They've made enough money to make it worth it.
You want a banana? You want a banana? Come here. Oh, it's time for a banana.
But the common wisdom on the hardcore gamers and people who follow games journalists and whatnot. If Lost Ark fails, like it looks like it's going to fail as abruptly and completely as it looks like it's going to do, Amazon Gaming will die. Because it will be the 6th release in a row that tanked. And nobody will trust it. But here's a meme.
Yeah. I can't read that from here. Fair. You just have to put it in our memes channel in our Discord.
I will do so. Okay. Sorry, that was the thing that was so funny to me.
Thank you for the funniness. We're on giveaway 3 now. Thanks for the contribution. I'm adding that. I did draw, and the winner of this one was Twist My Insides. So I sent them a message on Twitch to let them know, and if they don't get back to me, I will draw again. But in the meantime, we started the 3rd giveaway, so we'll keep going. I have them set up to be 2 or I have them set up to be 1 full month long. So like if we don't hit the goal within 30 days, then it'll expire and I'll just stop. But if we hit it, I'll just add another one. We can keep going. We'll stop either when we run out of like time to do the giveaway, or when we hit another milestone, another follower milestone or something, and then we can. That meme is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. That's great. It's just a Lost Ark meme, so it's probably I don't know if anyone in this stream plays Lost Ark to do it. I'm one of those people that like picks up free MMOs and then plays them until I get sick of them, and then I am inspired to knit usually. Usually I'm like, why am I leveling up my crafting in this game when I could be leveling up my crafting in real life? What happened this time was that the game is not a good game.
Parts of it are really, really good.
Like,
and parts of it are just
no,
so bad.
like when I say it's not a good game, like I think that parts of the game are really fun. Like it's not like the part of the game that's bad isn't the game, it's the management of the game. The game is, they haven't done anything about bots. It's so laggy. Like I don't know. It's just almost impossible. Like it's laggy in a way. I have a very high lag tolerance. And it's laggy in a way that inhibits my ability to play the game. I there was a dungeon that I did that I couldn't get, and they had like a welcome challenge, so it was like if you do it, you get points. Oh, nice! You got into Terra Genesis. Let me know if did you like it? It was really hard. Like I cried when I drowned my colony. I was so excited about the game, the terraforming. I haven't got back into it. I want to, but yeah. I started and I got so far on like made so much progress on that game, and then I had my colony I had settled was too low, and when the planet started having oceans, I think it was terraforming Mars because it's like that's like the easy mode. When my planet had started having oceans, my colony was on too low ground and got flooded and everybody drowned. Oh, nice. I think you're probably better at it than I am. I was I'm objectively terrible at video games. Um but yeah, I ended up quitting Lost Ark when there was one like of their dungeons or whatever that you have to do to get a welcome challenge, and it's like a major mechanism of the game. It's how you like farm gold every week. And hey, thanks for the follow. Hypernymy. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that somewhere close to correctly. It has little flood warning things. So I think how the terraforming game works, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was one of those like real time ones where like obviously it's sped up, but like it's like a real time one where like it when you put the game down it doesn't stop. And I like left it because I had like work stuff come up and I was like not paying attention to it. So like I wasn't opening the app for flood warnings or anything. Maybe they did add like a push notification. I don't know. Maybe they added. Maybe that was a feature. I should try it again because that I was so sad. I opened my game and found out that all my colonists were dead. Oh, you have to pause it on purpose. Okay. Yeah. I didn't do that, and yeah, it was heartbreaking for me. All my colonists died. I was so sad. Yeah, you've screwed some up overnight. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's just like one of those things you have to check on. Or like at least plan, if you're going to be away from your game, you have to plan for being away. But this dungeon in Lost Ark that was the like for me the game ender. All the like actual game content that's not, that's the story and stuff, that's been super easy. It says they abandoned the colony. Where are they gonna go though? Where are they gonna go? They're on Mars. They're not. Where are they gonna go? I think for me it told me that they drowned. I filled in the blanks there. I had an emotional reaction. I'm not. I get too attached to things. Yeah. Anyway, um God. So this dungeon, it was your graphics had spaceships? I'm not remembering this at all. I downloaded it like right after it came out, so it's possible they added things later. Or maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention. This was a long time ago. Like, I played this game, I want to say it was like in 2018 or 2017. That's when I want to say I was playing it. But I had done this dungeon. It was like you were supposed to do it before you hit a certain level in the game. Where am I? Oh, I think I'm on. No, this is. When did I get to round 6? I'm just like. I thought I was on round 5. Oh well. But yeah, so this game you were supposed to, this dungeon you were supposed to do, before you hit a certain level. It was like, a series of dungeons, and they were all super, like, hard, but the reason they were hard is because, you had to work together with a group, and there's like a instant kill mechanism that if you don't do the thing exactly correctly with 8 people total, you die. Like, and you have to, all 8 people have to survive in order to do it. And it was just like, I did it with, some people were, I think, just trolling in there, and other people were like actively trying, and like yet more people just like didn't know, and some people would like lag and then die and then you couldn't do it, and it was just like a whole mess, and it just really, it made me not want to play that game anymore. I was like, ugh, yeah, I think I'm done with Lost Ark for now. I might go back to it, but like, I think didn't they release the end game content?
No.
No? Still?
No.
Did they release a new continent after?
Yeah, South Vern. It has
Okay.
2 zones. It has 1 dungeon.
What?
It takes about 2 hours to complete solo, which I already did with my main. And then after that, you get no more content. There's like more abyss raids and stuff, but I gotta.
What?
Yeah, there's not
So-
a lot. It's a very small amount of content.
They've been hyping up Endgame for like so long. Feels like a bait and switch at this point. Well noted. Maybe I'll wait. Because I feel like, I think I leveled up my armor to the point where I should be able to do that on my main.
Gotta be 1340.
Yeah, I'm definitely. That was the level you were. I was waiting to get to 1340 so that I could do that abyss dungeon without missing out on the welcome challenge, because it was like you have to do it before you hit that level.
Well, you can get the welcome challenge if you did it whenever. It's just the problem is, if you overgear and you go back and do them, you don't get any gold and you don't get half the rewards. Like the
No,
ones that
no,
actually
that's
matter.
not. No, it said to do the welcome challenge before you hit a certain level.
Oh.
That's why I was so mad about it.
Huh. They changed
I don't
that
care
then.
about the gold.
That is definitely changed then.
Well, I'll go back in and see if that's
Sure.
thing, but that was when that's why I was so mad about it. It was like it expires like when you hit the certain level. It was pissing me off. Because it wasn't like, oh, I'll just do it eventually and hit this welcome challenge, you know? Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'll just do it whenever. It was like, no, I'm like holding up my game progress, you know, because I can't finish this dungeon because everybody that I've gone with has been garbage, you know?
Or even if they weren't, the lag was so bad because they were dealing with server issues at that point that, like, people, like you said, they would die.
Yeah.
And then every person needed to be alive past a certain point to pull the mechanic off or it would kill everyone.
One time I literally spent like 2.5 hours in that dungeon, that one dungeon with one group of 8 people.
Yeah, I was there.
That was after that happened.
And then there was that one guy who kept being in the wrong spot and then blaming me, but then other people were like, no, they were there.
No,
and
that
then
was
they blamed you.
No, this was what I'm talking about. When I was in there for 2.5 hours, that was after the time that we did.
Oh my god!
Because we were only in there for like 45 minutes together.
Oh my god! I don't know.
Because we like rage quit out of that like less than an hour in. When you and I did it, and then I did it sometime when you were busy. You were like at the office or doing something around the house, and I did it for like solo because you didn't want to do it again, obviously. And I did it. I was literally in there for almost 3 hours in that one dungeon with that one group of 8 people, trying to get this over and over and over again. Finally, I think I was the one that was like, I can't do this anymore, guys. Like, it was insane. I was shocked that we the group wanted to stay together that long. We almost had it too, and
yeah, we did. We were super close.
No, like when I did it, we were super close. You weren't in this one.
Gotcha.
The one we did together, we were nowhere near close. People were there was like another stage after that one. There were multiple additional stages after. I got way farther that one time. You probably have won it since then, but yeah.
No, I've never gone back.
You've never gone back?
I don't really care. It doesn't matter. It's a terminal quest. Like, okay, so you beat that
quest.
I'm
a completionist, and it makes me really, really mad that there's a welcome challenge out there that I can't complete.
Well, there's for that second one, there's not.
What do you mean there's not?
I'm looking at the welcome challenges right now.
Okay.
And there's only one for the first level of that one.
No, you have to do the whole thing. You have to do all like 3 stages or whatever of the Abyss dungeon.
No.
That's how it was when I was playing.
They may have changed it out.
They better have. I'll log in again and see if it marks me as completed.
Later ones like the Punica one.
No, it's not a welcome challenge. It's a quest.
It's a quest. It's a roster quest that you get, and it doesn't matter if you take the roster quest to completion. Let me look at it. I got it up right now.
That's what it was. It was a roster quest. Sorry about that.
No, you're super fine. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. It's not even a prereq. So like
it's a roster quest, so I could potentially like
you can do it whenever.
So I could abandon it with my main and do it with an alt.
You could abandon it with your main and do it with an alt. You can complete
It's so obnoxious.
You can complete with the quest at any item level because it's a roster quest. So you could wait until you're at like 14, 15 or whatever and then just go back there with a group of
I thought I remembered it being like a certain
No, that's just for rewards.
Yeah. No, yeah. I know you can complete it later, but you don't get the rewards, and that
you get the quest though. You still fulfill the quest.
Piss me off.
You just don't get the stuff for doing it.
Gotcha.
Once you're at that high level, it doesn't really matter because all that stuff you can't use it anyway because it's too low. But
sure.
You don't get the gold, which is bogus.
Anyway, that game That's one that one dungeon ruined my enjoyment of the game single-handedly. It was so frustrating. Like I had put so much time into it and it never.
Yeah, so yeah, I just beat phase 1 of Argos,
Okay.
which
What's Argos?
it's
Is that
the it's the first um, Abyss raid. It's not like the Abyss dungeons
raid?
or whatever.
Okay.
It's like the bigger one. You
Right.
have to be level 1370 to get it to enter,
That
and
sounds
it's where
terrible.
it's where you get the tier 3, the legendary and above tier 3 armor.
Well, congrats.
Well, first off, it made the reason I was over here getting annoyed is because it actually displayed the wrong graphic near my character, and
Really?
a couple other people too. It switched them up, and so we had like 3 people all die, like multiple times, because the game was wrong.
It's so buggy.
And people were in chat and they were like, "What is going? How are all of you doing this?" And we're like, "Dude, look, the thing is wrong." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. Once we're done with this instance, you're basically you have to restart your computer and run it, and then it'll." There's been problems today too.
This is what I mean when I say it's a trash game. It's not like
the game.
the
it's
game.
It's the
the
administration.
Yeah.
If they would just let better, more competent people run it. But yeah, I just finished phase 1 of Argos or whatever today, and in order to get a full full set of this armor,
Yeah.
I have to do it for 10 more weeks.
What?
You can only do it once a week. They won't even let you go back in.
You can only do it once a week.
Yeah.
And you only get one piece.
You don't even get one piece.
What?
You get 5/12ths of a piece every time you do it. Unless it's a weapon, in which case you get 5 out of 20 of the things that you need to craft the weapon.
That sounds terrible.
And then once you craft it, you could get one that has like a 0 quality. And then you have it technically, but it doesn't.
Is this normal for MMOs?
No. This is 100%.
I have to say,
This is a gacha loot box Korean MMO. It's because this company has only ever made mobile games, and that's why there's so many different currencies, and it's all microtransactions, and the RNG is terrible because they're basically made a PC gacha game.
Gotcha.
And
so
I'm waiting for the class action lawsuit.
yeah, see, that's why I play. That's why I play games. That's why I play video games, is to get in on class action lawsuits.
That's super fair.
It's happened like an eerie number of times. It happens a lot for me.
A weird number of times.
I'm very